Hi and welcome to Quizamp. My name is Ben, and if you love a great quiz, well, you're in the right place. Let me show you how we play Quizamp.
Your challenge is score 50 points or more from the rounds and then face the star questions. If you can score 50 or more, you'll have a choice. Take on just one star question, beat it, and become a Quizamp champ. Or take on all 3 star questions, and if you can get them all right, you'll be a mega quiz champ. The ultimate Quizamp title. Use a pen and paper to keep your score, or just play along for fun.
The first couple of rounds are multiple choice and the scoring is quite simple. Give yourself 2 points if you get the correct answer before I give you the options, or 1 point if you need the options. Our first set of questions are all on yellow. Let's play Quizamp.
The 1968 movie Yellow Submarine was inspired by the music of which band? Was that the Beatles, the Beach Boys, or the Rolling Stones? That was the Beatles. What type of insect is a yellow jacket? An ant, a beetle, or a wasp? That is a wasp. The Yellow River is the second longest river in which country? China, India, or Brazil? That's in China. Which band released the song Yellow in 2000? Oasis, Coldplay, or Radiohead? That's by Coldplay. Yellow fever is transmitted by the bite of what insect? Is that from ticks, mosquitoes, or sandflies? That's from mosquitoes.
Our next round is, which event was it? I'm going to give you 2 clues to a famous event. If you get the correct answer from the first clue, it's 2 points. If you need the second clue, it's 1 point. So let's see if you can guess them.
It began after the assassination of an archduke. It ended with the Treaty of Versailles. That is World War I. It was sparked by tea, taxes and protest. It ended with independence from Britain. That was the American Revolution. It was a musical event to raise famine relief funds. It took place in 1985 at Wembley and Philadelphia. That was Live Aid. It killed an estimated 1/3 of Europe's population. It began in 1347 and lasted into the 1350s. That was the Black Death. It started in 1986 after a reactor explosion. It caused radioactive contamination across Europe. That was the Chernobyl disaster.
Our next round is, where's it from? It's a picture round and it's 2 points if you get the correct answer. Let's play.
Which bird is native to Africa? The correct one there, A, the ostrich. Which hat originated in England? That's C, a top hat. Which game originated in India? That's B, chess. Which originated in South America? That's A, pineapples. And which originated in the USA? That's B, basketball.
I bet many of you got full marks there. If you missed the pineapple one, put pineapple in the comments down below just to let me know. Our next round is questions where the answers all start with the letter F. Let's play.
What F is a passionate Spanish art form that combines singing, guitar playing and dancing? Flamenco, foxtrot or fulana? That is flamenco. Which F is a small domesticated animal in the weasel family? A fennec fox, a ferret or a fossa? That is a ferret. Which F is a sitcom about a psychiatrist played by Kelsey Grammer? Full House, Frasier or Family Ties? That is Frasier. Which F can jump up to 150 times its own height? A firefly, a fruit fly or a flea? That is a flea. Which F is a horror movie villain from A Nightmare on Elm Street? Freddy Krueger, Fat Tony or Fagin? That is Freddy Krueger.
Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying it, comment and share the video with your friends. It really does help get more views and that helps me, and then I make more videos for you guys. So it's a win-win for all of us. Our next round is a guessing game. I'm going to show you some emojis and you have to guess the item. It's quite simple and it's just 2 points if you get the correct answer. Let's play.
Can you guess the food? That is hot dog. And guess the book. That is Treasure Island. Guess the 90s song. Ice Ice Baby. Guess the movie. That is 4 Weddings and a Funeral. And can you guess this drink? That is a milkshake.
If there's anything that you'd like to see more of, or less of, let me know in the comments down below what it is. Our next round, random knowledge.
What was Julius Caesar's first name? Marcus, Gaius or Titus? It was Gaius. What is the world's most populated city? Delhi, Mexico City or Tokyo? It is Tokyo. Who directed the Terminator movie? Your options are Ridley Scott, Steven Spielberg or James Cameron. That's by James Cameron. What type of animal is a northern cardinal? A bird, a fish or a snake? That is a bird. Which explorer first used the term New World to describe the lands later known as the Americas? Ferdinand Magellan, Christopher Columbus or Amerigo Vespucci? It was Amerigo Vespucci.
So we have one more round like this before we get to the bonus round, and the next subject is magic.
Which magician is famous for stunts like being encased in ice for 63 hours? David Copperfield, David Blaine or Chris Angel? That was David Blaine. Which name follows Magic for a former professional basketball player? Jordan, James, or Johnson? That is Magic Johnson. What was the main profession of Mike in the 2012 movie Magic Mike? A magician, a stripper, or a chef? He was a stripper. Eric Wise is the birth name of which famous illusionist and performer? Harry Houdini, David Copperfield, or Dynamo? That is Harry Houdini. Which Disney character plays the Sorcerer's Apprentice in the film segment? Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, or Goofy? That is Mickey Mouse.
So now we have the bonus round. Give yourself 1 point for each correct answer that you get here. We'll review the answers when we get to the end of the round for this one because it's a little bit more rapid fire. Let's play the bonus round.
Which doesn't exist, 31st of May or 31st of June? How many Queen Victorias has the United Kingdom had? 1 or 2? What's the largest terrestrial planet in our solar system? Which word is missing? I can't believe, there or there, already here? How many blind mice in the nursery rhyme? Which country has 10 provinces and 3 territories? Australia or Canada? The second stage in a frog's life cycle is tadpole or froglet? How many airs in a hectare? 10 or 100? Scorpions lay eggs. Is that true or false? Whey comes from milk or plants? 0 degrees latitude is the prime meridian or the equator? Copacabana Beach is on which ocean? The first Greek deity was Havoc or Chaos? Which is the correct spelling, A or B? What does M represent in Roman numerals? Which means the same as whelp, puppy or kitten? What is Kenya's capital? Is titanium an alloy? Yes or no? Francisco Goya was a Spanish painter or composer? What is a moai? A giant stone statue or a giant extinct bird?
Let's check those answers and see how many points you've managed to pick up.
There's no 31st of June. The United Kingdom has had 1 Queen Victoria. The largest terrestrial planet is Earth. The missing word? There. There were 3 blind mice. 10 provinces and 3 territories, that's Canada. The second stage is tadpole. There are 100 airs in a hectare. Scorpions don't lay eggs. Whey comes from milk. 0 degrees latitude is the equator. Copacabana Beach is on the Atlantic. The first Greek deity was Chaos. The correct spelling is A. M is 1000. Whelp is the same as puppy. Kenya's capital, Nairobi. Titanium is not an alloy. Francisco Goya was a painter. A moai is a giant stone statue.
I hope I didn't catch too many of you out with that last question because there was a giant extinct bird called a moa. Very close. That's it for the rounds now, but don't go anywhere because we have one last thing left to do, and that is play the star questions. So add up your score. If you've scored 50 points or more, then you qualify to play for the star questions. If you didn't score 50, play along anyway, just to see if you can answer these star questions. So you have a choice. You can either play 1 star question, and if you get that correct, you'll be a Quizamp quiz champ, or if you're feeling super brainy today, and I do hope you are, go for all 3 of the star questions, and if you get them all correct, you will be a Quizamp mega champ. But do not make your decision yet, because first I'm going to show you what the subjects are for those star questions.
We have old school tech, explorers, and fruit.
So, are you going for the Mega Champ or the Quiz Champ? And don't forget, you can purchase these beautiful mugs in the description down below, and there's still time to get them for Christmas if you want to buy them for somebody else. Anyway, so I hope you've made your decision, and let's now play the star questions.
What's the common name for a record player stylus? Which explorer had a flagship named Santa Maria? The loganberry is a hybrid of a blackberry and a what?
So for one last time today, let's check those answers and see how you did.
A record player's stylus is a needle. The Santa Maria is Christopher Columbus. A loganberry is a blackberry and a raspberry.
I hope you beat the quiz, and don't forget to send in your photos with your Quizamp mugs if you'd like to appear in the Quizamp Hall of Fame, which I'll be publishing in a future video. Thank you for playing, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you on another quiz.